beautiful journey. Yes, there are ups and downs, and we may come across doubts, navigating through different routes. But when you have a great navigation coach, a transition coach, a clarity coach like Geetika Agarwal, ma'am, life is going to be really smooth and happy journey. And it's going to be a Hindi mein safar and removing the English ka safar. Welcome, Geetika, ma'am.
Thank you, Sunny. And please, आप मुझसे ma'am ना कहें. We're all in the same boat, traversing the same journey of life. So let's all be counterparts. You're Sunny for me, and I'm Geetika for you.
Badhiya hai, 7-star cruise. Let's get on the journey by boat. Great. Super, Geetika. Great. So please tell us, what is the secret of your magic that you bring in so many lives? Please tell us, how was your journey? What is your magical secret?
Okay, first thing, no magic at all, just lots and lots of empathy. So I started as an engineer, like a lot of Indians do. So I started as an engineer, and the most logical thing was to join an IT services company, which I did, and I'm very grateful that they thought I was capable of joining their company. However, from day one, I kept on feeling that something was lacking in my life. Even straight out of college, all my counterparts were very excited, very happy. And, when they received the first month's salary, it was like, oh, wow, great. And yet I was there feeling extremely dissatisfied. But I still tried to make it work, like we all do. We want to keep our parents happy, and we want to stand up to everyone's expectations. I tried doing that, so I stayed in that job for almost 4 years. I'm very grateful for the job because it taught me a lot of things. It taught me how to talk to people. It taught me how to be confident about my own self. It taught me a lot of IT skills also. So very grateful for that. But 4 years later, my father was moving because he had just retired. So I took that opportunity and I decided to quit. And yes, that is exactly how I felt. And when I look back now, I did not have any plan. I just knew at that point in time that I didn't want to do IT. So we moved to Delhi. I was working in Mumbai. And we moved to Delhi, and then there I was trying to think, karna kya hai? What should I do next? And then someone recommended ki teaching try karke dekh lo, because आपका presence अच्छा है. मुझे तब तक नहीं मालूम था, but I was like, okay, fine, हाँ ठीक है, presence अच्छा है तो try करके देख लेते हैं. मैंने इंटरव्यू दिया, I was successful in that interview, and then I got the job. So I started working with Career Launcher. And I was good at it, and most importantly, I was extremely happy. I was so happy doing that. So physically, it's a demanding job because I was standing and teaching and coaching this class. In India, we have huge volumes, right? So I used to do 11 hours, during peak season, standing 11 hours. But I was so happy. I was just very, very happy. So that's when I realized that I think this is life's calling, and let's focus on this since we're good at it also, and give what we're here to do. So during the entire journey, the question that used to always pop up in my mind was, what is my purpose of being on this earth? Why am I here? What is the greater calling that I'm here to serve? When I was in IT, I used to always think कि ये code अगर नहीं भी चला तो भी किसी की life पे कोई impact नहीं पड़ने वाला है. There is nothing that is actually going to happen. आज नहीं चला कल चल जाएगा, कल नहीं चला परसों चल जाएगा, and things will just keep on happening like that. But when I went into training and coaching, when students used to come up and tell me, ma'am, आपकी वजह से ये हुआ, not the fact कि ma'am आपकी वजह से ये हुआ, but the fact कि मैंने किसी को वो confidence दिया, I brought someone that confidence, that ability to think, and that ability to present themselves, and they could then achieve what they wanted to achieve in their life. I think that is what made me keep on going. Instead, in spite of standing for 11 hours and being sleep deprived and tired physically, but I think that was one thing that always pushed me, that, to help other people get their potential. And now that is what makes me feel fulfilled, that yes, I'm serving my purpose on this planet.
You sound like a spiritual saint, goddess, when you spoke about calling, satisfaction, and then very inspiring and fun touch. कोड नहीं चला तो कुछ होने वाला नहीं है, आज नहीं तो कल चल जाएगा, but life का code. Beautiful, very, very beautifully answered. I'm just imagining how many lives you will touch with this interview. Great. Thank you. And you made it easy for everyone by saying, hello, Sunny. No secret. Empathy, Ray. Very nice. And you also added, you also added so well that number of hours don't matter. Physical tiredness, no problem. But that inner calling, inner peace, inner satisfaction, that brings the real glow, and that keeps us to go and grow. Great. So, ma'am, okay, so no, ma'am, Geetika, please tell us your 3 mantras on assertiveness, clarity, confidence, communication. So, what do you speak about it, and why do you speak about it? And because some people say ignorance is bliss, flow with the flow. So please enlighten us on this.
Sure. Sunny, before that, I want to compliment you. I think you're a great conversationalist. So even though you're asking me all these questions and I'm giving you such descriptive answers, but I've noticed that you always have that ability to pull out the summary and then summarize for your audience. So I think you're a great, superb conversationalist.
Bas, you made my day. I think I should interview you again like this to get your blessings, to get positive vibes, and to get encouraging, kind words, so that I charge myself extra, because otherwise people will think, अरे दूसरों से चार्ज लेता रहता है ये, खुद का भी कुछ चार्ज होना चाहिए. I'll come to you for divine reminders. Thank you.
Please do. I'll be more than happy. Okay, so the question you asked me was about assertiveness, about communication and clarity, and why ignorance is not bliss. So I have gone through a lot of transition in my life. Till the time I was in this IT job, which was, I was around 24 years when I left it, 24, 25 years when I left it. Till then, it was a very planned journey. So like, okay, you start school, you end school, you get into engineering, you get into a job. So there was not much thought put into any of these things. Okay, things were happening, and most of the time, Papa ne bola to kar diya, theek hai, matlab हमारी तो वैसे भी कोई ओपिनियन थी नहीं, नॉट कि उन्होंने पूछा नहीं, बट थी ही नहीं, वो उस टाइप का मेंटल डेवलपमेंट ही नहीं था. So in 2013, I got married, and that was a very beautiful period of my life. And while I got married, we also moved to Singapore. So I left my job. So in spite of both of these events being very beautiful, very exciting, what I noticed when I came to Singapore was I had a complete identity crisis. I didn't know how to introduce myself. It was like so simple. Like I would go and say, hi, I'm Geetika, I'm Prince's wife. Prince is my husband's name, by the way. So, and it used to make me feel very lost. I wouldn't say uncomfortable, but I used to feel very lost, because till now that was not the way I had introduced myself. I always knew, okay, I'm going to do this next, or I'm going to do XYZ thing in 3 months' time. But now, after facing all of this transition, it was so confusing to me. And then I just started randomly applying for jobs, because I wasn't sure. I wanted to get into L&D, but learning and development, but it wasn't happening. And I was just applying to jobs and flowing, with life. but not actually feeling happy about it. I was not my usual self. I was not the usual chirpy person that I am. I couldn't think clearly, and I was underconfident. I was so underconfident that it was getting difficult for me to even step out of the house and
It is
buy groceries.
unbelievable. I'm
Something so
sorry to
simple.
cut you, but you know what? From career launcher, from the calling in India. So ये कैसे? अच्छा, शादी के बाद सिंगापुर घर में बैठने से ऐसा होता है.
एक पूरा आइडेंटिटी ही स्ट्रिप ऑफ हो गया मेरा.
Correct.
एंड because I did not have any goal set. I didn't know till that time who I was. तो मैं जो भी कर रही थी, मैंने जैसे बोला कि एक planned way था करने का. बट मैं कौन हूँ, मैं क्या हूँ, मेरा क्या पोटेंशियल है, मेरा क्या गोल है. I did not work on anything of that. And
You are
then
an
it took
amazing
me
storyteller.
4
I'm getting
years.
that, you know. Clarity is important, and that brings the smile and the charm. Yeah,
Yeah.
please go ahead.
So yeah, it took me 4 very long years to understand who I was. In the middle, I kept on experimenting in different domains. I tried non-profit, and then I tried startups. And I was just going in that flow, but I was not thriving. So I was surviving, but I was not thriving in any of these roles that I was doing. And then in 2016, there was a brief period of transition again where we had to go back to India and then come back to Singapore. But that is when I decided to work on myself first before randomly again applying for jobs. And that's where I got the idea of personal branding. I first drafted my own personal brand, and then I got to know who I am and what I wanted to do in life. And I must say that in December 2020, I gave birth to my first baby. And this time I was fully prepared. So I had my goals set up and everything. I couldn't work during my pregnancy because it was a complicated pregnancy. But I definitely knew what I wanted to do once the baby was here. So yeah, then in February 2021, he turned 2 months. I was 8 weeks postpartum, but I still decided to just deep dive into coaching because, as I mentioned, it's my calling, it's my passion. And I'm very happy taking care of my baby, but I still need to coach to feel my own self, to believe in my own self and to feel my own self, to know that yes, I exist as a separate entity from everyone. So this is Geetika Agarwal, and she needs to do this.
Universe
So that's
gave us a smiling coach. And like Lord Krishna chose Devaki ji, your child chose you. The best
thank you.
mom, a giving mom, a universal mom, a smiling mom. What more could she ask for? What more could coaches ask for? A giver, a leader, a clear, who's been through all the confusions. Look, I understand what you're going through. And when you talk to girls who get married, who sometimes feel, I have it in me, but how? So you are a great lighthouse, sunshine, star, North Star for so many. So I'm very, very happy. Thank you. So now, please tell us, what are your top 3 values?
My top 3 values, first is empathy, because I've gone through so many challenges in my life. I think the one thing that has taught me is to be empathetic. You never know what someone is going through without going through things yourself. Of course, that doesn't mean that I wish everyone ill or something of that sort, but all I ask is just be understanding of the other person. A lot of people don't talk about how they feel, what they're going through. So we all have our hidden challenges. So, but what we can do is be empathetic to each and every one of us, and that'll make everyone's life way easier than it seems right now.
Beautiful. So that's value number one, empathy.
Yeah, empathy. And second is gratitude. I'm always grateful. And in spite of my challenges, I feel that these challenges have taught me something. Of course, when we are going through a difficult period, it doesn't seem like that. It seems like, why me, and why God? Why is it me who has to suffer always? Why do I have to always strive for something that I really want? But when you look at things in hindsight, you will always realize that there was something missing in my effort or in my personality or in my work, which I needed to learn. And therefore, I had to go through the challenge to understand that, to accept it and embrace it. So I am always grateful for whatever comes my way. And third
Empathy,
is
gratitude.
empathy, gratitude. And third is hard work. This comes to me by my father. He's a very hardworking man, and even now, almost 70. But he has not given up on work. He has not given up on exercise, and he does everything by himself. And he has always inspired me to work hard, and he has always inspired me to not think that working hard is a bad thing. In fact, hard work is a very good thing, and that is one attribute that I believe has come to me from him. So I don't feel shy of hard work, and in fact I go into it with a lot of gusto, and I know that if I work hard, then success will eventually come to me.
Do you dance?
I don't dance. Not like a professional dancer or anything.
Dance for fun. Because
Yeah,
all
for fun.
challenges come when we are empathetic, when we are grateful, when we are learning, then life becomes a celebration. You just taught us that.
Absolutely.
And I could feel
Absolutely.
all challenges, people get challenges. They become only a dance, a bhangra step, the garba and the dandiya with these values. So empathy, gratitude and hard work can make life a dance rehearsal. Just fun.
Absolutely.
So you made it very easy and no interview.
And but you summarized it so beautifully, Sunny.
Thank you, Geetika. So, I'm blessed. I'm lucky to learn from you. And do you watch movies?
I do a lot.
अच्छा, बॉलीवुड में कौन सी मूवी फेवरेट है?
बॉलीवुड में कौन सी मूवी फेवरेट है? जो पुरानी पिक्चरें होती है ना, जैसे चुपके चुपके या पुरानी गोलमाल, ओरिजिनल वाली
अमिताभ
गोलमाल,
बच्चन।
अमोल पालेकर वाली, हाँ,
हाँ।
और चुपके चुपके अमिताभ बच्चन वाली, उस टाइप की मूवीज मुझे बहुत पसंद है, इवन अभी भी। रजनीगंधा, चुपके चुपके।
Very good. So you watched only for entertainment or learning some life message, relationship message, life coaching message?
No, not really. I mean, I go into the mindset that it's for entertainment, because we also need to be mindful of finding balance for ourselves. So not everything I like to watch with the learning message. I try to shut my brain off also sometimes.
Wow.
But there are certain movies.
Good.
But there are certain movies that do provide messages. So then I just note them down, but then I move on.
And then you move on, and then you tell the same joke in the training. And I do tell the same joke in all my classes to the whole school, KG to 12. So I prepare one joke and I continue. And even in interviews, I go with the flow, but then I have same set of questions. So I keep the interview within the syllabus, nothing out of the syllabus. Okay, do you sing?
I sing, yes.
चलो फिर हो जाए कोई गाना.
अरे मैंने प्रिपेयर नहीं किया था, बट ओके, ठीक है. तो
this is within the syllabus.
हाँ, नहीं, दैट्स ओके. मेरे को बॉलीवुड गाने नहीं आते हैं, तो
Prayer गाते हो
मैं
आप?
यूजुअली हाँ मैं प्रेयर ही गाती हूँ. अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरम् अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरम् रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभं रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम् अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरम् अच्युतं केशवं कृष्णदामोदरं रामनारायणं जानकीवल्लभम् रामनारायणं
कौन कहता है?
जानकीवल्लभम्.
Which is your favorite paragraph in this?
Okay, currently it's because मैं अपने बेबी को सुलाती हूँ इस भजन से, तो
हाँ,
मैं वही
उसमें
लाइंस गा देती
कौन
हूँ.
सा पैराग्राफ फेवरेट है? कौन कहता है भगवान खाते नहीं तुम
कौन
शबरी.
कहता है भगवान सोते नहीं कौन कहता है भगवान सोते नहीं माँ यशोदा के जैसे सुलाते नहीं माँ यशोदा के जैसे सुलाते नहीं.
Thank you, Geetika. You made my day. Not just day. Why be confused? Weeks and months and years. I will remember. So I'm so thankful to you for making this episode so special, so divine, so connected to the higher. And I wish you all the best in every aspect of your life. And be smiling as you are. Be the light as you will always be for eternity. And be infinite, which you really are. Thank you so much, Geetika, for joining us. And lots of prayers for you and your family.
Thank you so much, Sunny. Thank you so much for having me. I think it's a pleasure to be interviewed by you. And as I mentioned, you're a great conversationalist. You pick up all the fine nuances in the interview and summarize them for your audience. So wonderful. And this is a beautiful initiative that you've taken up.
Thank you. Keep showering blessings. Thank you.
Bye.